apparently Hassan's getting roasted again. I'm 100% down for it. I'm not a fan of Hassan. I am a fan of AJW, man. I think his content is dope, like his debates as well. Let's see what his opinion is, and then I'll give my opinion. Shout out to him. If you want to watch the full video, go and check out his channel.
They're saying, yes, it is for exactly what you think it is, anti-white racism for using the term cracker. And we do have the video of where he had used that word. So let's just take a quick look at that offensive video.
Listen to the
I've been called a cracker more times than every single one of you pasty little cracker bitches in my chat, okay? Let's be real for a second, okay, Mr. Alabama? I've been called a load more than you. Why? Because I'm extremely online, okay? So shut the up and stop crying about this term, okay? Recognize the person who's calling you a is literally powerless, okay? Sorry, it's just the truth. A person calling you a is powerless. They're doing it as someone who's been historically oppressed, blowing off steam, okay?
Wow.
You can say that that's infantilizing or whatever, but that's truly the reality.
So first of all, let's go into the fact that Jenks' nephew thinks that he's being called a cracker all the time on the internet. If this happens, it's due to the fact that black people who attack him for whatever stupid takes that he has that he doesn't like, more further left black people, don't like him, and they try to invalidate him by calling him white in some manner of way. Obviously, Jenks' nephew is from Turkey. He's Islamic. He talks about how he's culturally Muslim multiple different times. A bunch of the nicknames for him that are on the internet include the word brown, because when it's convenient for him, Jenks' nephew will play the brown card, but since it's convenient for him here, he believes, he'll say, oh, I'm technically white for some reason in there, even though Turks are not considered white. But whatever, that's not really the point. The point that he's trying to make is that, and he even says it in his video, that blacks and minorities and all these people who are insulting white people deserve to be infantilized, and therefore the hatred in their heart, their attacks based on race, don't really count as much because they have no power. Again, this is hilarious victim.
That is the dumbest thing. That's stupid. That's dumb as hell. Like, it's just the old argument of, oh, well, black people had some bad things happen years ago, so they should be allowed to wild out. Nah. It's either everyone could say whatever they want, or fam, we going to all just respect each other, bro. Like, it just is what it is, right? If someone's saying something, I guess, negative towards a black person, that's a specific word, right, is seen as or perceived as racist, then if someone's doing the same thing to a white person, then it should be perceived as racist as well. I'm not rolling with the whole argument of there's no such thing as being racist towards a white person. I think that's just an excuse to do dumb stuff and say stupid stuff.
Playing by somebody who's incredibly successful on Twitch, has a large platform, and he's attacking people in his audience who would be, by their very nature, less powerful if we went by the dynamics that he was picking up. On top of that, there was actually a post that he read in a different video that I can't seem to find right now, where one of the members of his community talked about how Jenks' nephew would be one of the most racist people in the 1900s. And Jenks' nephew, being the intellectual lightweight that he is, reacted to that by saying, literally, Hitler was alive in the 1900s. Therefore, I would not be worse than Hitler. Therefore, debunked, whatever. But what that person was getting at, and the point that I want to get out during the course of this video, is that these people would be the racists, because they are the racists now, back in the day. They would not be the civil rights leaders. They would not be the people fighting against what they call oppression or anything like that. Because all they're doing over and over again is just repeating and promoting the socially acceptable forms of racism. You put them at different periods of time where different types of socially acceptable racism was okay and broadly done in our society. And that's exactly who they would be. They like to pretend they're standing up to the powerful or some nonsense like that. But in reality, these are the people that would be in favor of segregation. These are the people that would be sicking the dogs on black people trying to end segregation, because at the time that was socially acceptable. And that's their only standard for activism. What he was talking about is this idea that permeates throughout our society that it's okay to be racist against white people, because historic blah, 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 whatever nonsensical garbage. But in reality, that doesn't really hold up. But what it is just a convenient excuse for them to be racist against white people. A perfect example of this is racism against Japanese and how popular it was in the decades following World War II. This was broadly accepted in the United States of America, despite the fact that the Japanese were basically in no way, shape, or form oppressed. They were much more an oppressive force. Ask people in China, ask people in Korea how they feel about the Japanese. But these people wouldn't tolerate anti-Japanese epithets based on this same standard, that if they were the oppressor in that scenario, they deserve it, because historically, the people that are calling them that are, in fact, some people that were victimized by them. They wouldn't accept it from people who were victimized even directly by the Japanese government during the Pearl Harbor. That just wouldn't happen. They bring up internment, say, oh, white people were oppressing Japanese, even though that's a thing that happens during war. It's not acceptable. I would not have advocated for it at the time. It's obviously morally wrong. And that's why Republican administration, the Ronald Reagan administration, actually apologized for those actions, because their god, FDR, did this without cause during World War II. And by the way, it was replicated in Canada. And
Damn, he going in. He going. My man got the info.
They were actually held
in
detainment in Canada for far longer in the United States of America. But the Japanese, without any doubt, were an imperial oppressive power in the Asian continent. They attacked the United States in Pearl Harbor, and they would not tolerate today racism against the Japanese based on the fact that historically they were an oppressive force.
Yeah, he's going off, bro. Guys, if you want to watch the full video, you can go and check him out, Actual Justice Warrior. I think he's super dope, man. Super dope. Love his debates. He and smoked a few people in debates, man. But yeah, overall, I think Hasan is tripping, right? And the whole argument of, oh man, it's not racist if someone's saying it to a white person, that got to stop. That's just foul. All you're doing is spreading toxicity and hate. But let me know what you think down in the comment section. Hit the like button, share the video, all of that good stuff, man. Appreciate you.